Everyone who enters the world of crypto shares the same dream: freedom, fast gains, and early retirement. It's a powerful vision that keeps millions of people awake at night. But behind this dream lies a brutal, cold reality. Approximately 90% of those who enter this market exit having lost almost everything.
Make no mistake, this is not a matter of luck. This isn't just bad timing or bad luck. This is a system error. The market is designed to transfer wealth from the impulsive and the emotional to the disciplined and the patient. Today, I'm not going to show you charts. I won't talk about indicators or technical patterns. Today, I'm going to tell you why most people are condemned to lose before they even open their first trade. If you find a piece of yourself in what I describe in this video, don't take it as bad news. On the contrary, it means as long as you are here, you still have a chance to flip the script and beat the game. If you're ready, let's step outside the system. The identity crisis. Investor versus desperate dreamer. Thousands of new people enter the crypto market every day, but the painful truth is that the vast majority of them leave their investor identity at the door. They aren't actually racing against the market. They are racing against the deficiencies in their own lives and the perceived ticking of the clock. Phrases like, "This coin will 10x," or "The next bull run will change my life," are not strategies. They are cries for escape from reality. The market does not care about your dreams or the bills you need to pay. This massive ocean of liquidity owes absolutely nothing to anyone. Those who think they are investing while actually just hunting for a lottery ticket usually realize this truth only after their entire capital has vanished. The anatomy of the get-rich-quick delusion. The desire to get rich quick is a virus that bypasses rational thinking. Anyone infected by this virus makes three fundamental mistakes. The first is impatience, the feeling that a life-changing opportunity is slipping away every second. The second is a lack of planning, drifting like a ship without a rudder, following only where the wind of hype blows. The third is emotional blindness, acting solely on the fear of missing out, FOMO, which inevitably leads to buying at the top when the party is already over. In the crypto world, those who buy at the most expensive prices are usually the impulsive, unplanned crowds providing the exit liquidity for strategists to realize their profits. The reward of patience and the market's silent grinder. Cryptocurrency is one of the greatest wealth transfer tools in history, but this transfer always flows from the pockets of the impatient into the vaults of the patient. The market silently and mercilessly crushes those who make noise and those who want to change everything overnight. True profit is a result of character, not charts. This system, which grinds up the hurried, only rewards those who place their emotions under the command of mathematics and those who know how to stand still in the middle of a storm. Remember, in crypto, wealth is not given to the fastest runners, but to the strategists who know exactly when to stop and when to wait. The hypnosis of digital noise. When a coin starts to pump, the digital world transforms into a massive echo chamber. Twitter explodes with hype. YouTube thumbnails scream, "Don't miss out," and Telegram groups reach a fever pitch of euphoria. This noise is so intense that it paralyzes the human brain's rational center. At that moment, people no longer buy technology, a project, or a vision. They simply buy into the artificial excitement generated by others. When logic shuts down, it is replaced by the fatal fallacy that if everyone knows, they must be right, the most vulnerable state of the herd. If everyone is talking, the game is over. The simplest and most brutal rule of the market is this: if a crowd on the street is talking about an opportunity, that opportunity is already gone. Professional investors accumulate in silence and distribute when the noise begins. The moment everyone is talking is actually the moment smart money is quietly heading for the exit. Most amateur investors enter at the peak of the euphoria, becoming the last actors to take the stage. Remember, by the time an asset's value is validated by everyone, there isn't a single millisecond left where that value hasn't already been priced in. Exit liquidity, sponsoring someone else's success. Most people don't just lose money in crypto. They voluntarily help others realize their profits, essentially acting as exit liquidity. While you buy that expensive coin with dreams of it going even higher, you are actually handing over your hard-earned capital to a professional who planned their strategy months ago. Moving with the herd is nothing more than sponsoring someone else's success story. In this market, you are either a hunter planning in silence or the prey running toward the noise. Leverage as a mask for gambling and ego. Leverage is not an investment tool in the crypto world. In the hands of an undisciplined mind, it is a grenade with the pin already pulled. Phrases like, "I'm sure this time," "no need for a stop loss," or "just one more tick and I'm rich," are not analyses. They are futile challenges from the ego against the market. Instead of admitting a mistake, the human mind increases its emotional attachment to the position, bypassing all logic. The moment the ego views the market as a rival to be defeated rather than a partner to be understood, the investor has signed their own death warrant. In this market, there are no certainties, only probabilities, and the ego leaves you completely defenseless against the worst of them. Seconds to erase months of work. The art of survival. The market's way of punishing the ego is swift and ruthless. Capital accumulated through months or years of discipline can be wiped into a liquidation map in seconds due to a single moment of stubbornness. This is the fundamental difference between a professional trader and a gambler. While the gambler tries to be right and take revenge on the market, the professional knows the market is always stronger and focuses solely on survival. For them, closing a trade with a stop loss is not a defeat. It is a small insurance premium paid to stay in the game for tomorrow's battle. Remember, in this arena, wealth isn't built by those who prove they were right, but by those who silence their ego and manage to stay alive. People don't lose money in crypto because the market is inherently evil. They lose because of the profound gaps in their own self-discipline. They fail because they lack a plan. They mistake patience for weakness. And most importantly, they make decisions based on the burning fire of their emotions rather than the cold reality of mathematics. Crypto is not a casino by nature. However, it possesses a mechanism that punishes those acting like gamblers with brutal and unforgiving severity. In our next video, we will dissect the core survival strategy for this wild arena and the fatal traps that beginners must avoid at all costs. If you are ready to take your place not as a drifting victim, but as a strategist who masters the rules of the game, write "I am ready" in the comments. Because remember, in this long-term marathon, wealth is not built by the smartest, but by those who remain the most disciplined.